What's up? I am Sputnik Head, and welcome to r/insane people Facebook. These are some of the top posts on the past 24 hours as of this recording. At least that's the way I feel today. So, let's get started. To be fair, I'm not afraid of those things either. Bottoms up. Drinking my juice, I have zero fear of 5G chemtrails, RFID chips, backdoor triggers, leading themselves in the future implants, transplants. I have zero fear of anything because I know how to tap into the forces to counter anything that will try to destroy me. Oh god, and that looks like old beet juice. I don't like beets. I'm not a fan of them. No, that does not look appetizing at all. I really want to know the logic here. I'm not afraid of make-believe, but I'm afraid people who believe that believe in make-believe. I'm gonna upvote you there. Okay. I upvoted someone. Yay. Anyway. This treatment is a combination of pure 100% maple syrup and baking soda, and was first reported on the Cancer Tutor site. When mixed and heated together, the maple syrup and baking soda bind together. The maple syrup targets cancer cells, which consume 15 times more glucose than normal cells, and the baking soda, which is dragged into the cancer cell by the maple syrup, being very alkaline, forces a rapid shift in pH, killing the cell. The actual formula is to mix 1 part baking soda with 3 parts pure 100% maple syrup in a small saucepan. So stir briskly and heat the mixture for 15 minutes. Take 1 teaspoon daily is what is suggested by the Cancer Tutor, but one could probably do this several times a day. What? No. God, no. That is not how cancer works. That's not how glucose works. That's not how the digestive system works. That's not how anything works. I'm not a fan of chemo, to be honest. It's basically trying to get rid of a disease by putting different poisons in your body. But it works. There's flaws, of course, but it works. This shit will just kill you. I'm not sure of the accuracy of that statement, but it certainly won't fucking help you. Oh, gods. Under a news article about the recent anti-Semitic shooting in a synagogue. Rest in peace. It seems the closer it gets to the midterms, the more extreme the Democrats and media will become. It is becoming more and more obvious that with each passing day that all these events are planned, coordinated, and orchestrated by those working to undermine the president, his agenda, and everything that we stand for as a nation. My only hope is that all of this can be stopped before it's too late. Everyone needs to get out and vote and expose these people. Hopefully Trump himself can make some kind of statement showing how the Democrats with the media are all behind these attacks. But I fear he will be labeled a conspiracy theorist and alienate moderates and independents. Yeah! Yes, he would be labeled as a conspiracy theorist, because that's exactly what he would be if he believed that shit. Oh, I clapped a lot there. I'm sorry, but anytime anyone tries to discount actual tragedy by saying it was planned out by anyone other than the person responsible for it, I want to go and break their fucking kneecaps. I have a big stick around here somewhere to do it with, too. Other than that, why? How would this undermine Trump's agenda? Even if it was what you say it is? It doesn't even begin to undermine anyone's agenda. literally just some people from a particular faith are now dead because of some psychopath. This shooting is going to start a whole new debate about gun control and shit too, isn't it? Oh, fuck, I hate when those debates come up. Because everyone has their own opinions, and no one's willing to listen to each other, with very few exceptions. Anyway, on to the next post. No. Oh, God. Parents refuse to vaccinate their kids. Kids, Pablo, why are we still alive? Why aren't we alive? You keep getting them shots and see what their health will be when they are 25. They will be constantly sick on meds. Those shots destroy immune system, cause brain damage due to all the mercury in them. So keep listening to these money-grubbing doctors, FDA and the CDC. They're the ones that will kill your kids by programming you not to believe the shots are good. By programming you to believe the shots are good for you. Not! Ow. I kind of hate these kinds of meme posts because, they really just put... That was almost too small for me to read. I had to get really close to my computer screen there. Voice distortion probably happened. I don't know, I'm not even going to try to fix that in post, sorry. Next post. Tina Tequila. Of course she was going to end up on here eventually. For those who don't know, well, just fucking Google it. I'm not going to get into it. Okay. Full post, my first attempt at melting or bending the door with my mind. You see it very clearly towards the end that the door bent backwards. I did it with my hashtag mind power. So can you! Hashtag believe and you will achieve. Hashtag yay. Hashtag heaven on earth. Hashtag magical. Hashtag angelic super soldier. Ow. Okay. I never know she was quite that nuttish. I kind of wish I could watch the video to see what she thinks is her using her mind power to try and break a door. And I could try to get into the, what I think is theoretically possible with human mind, but the fact is, it's only theory. And I'm not an expert on this at all. I don't have any knowledge. I don't have much knowledge of neurology. I have what I read in articles once in a while. But this is almost as bad as the 10% of your brain thing. Almost. Not quite. I will have to say, though, that the concept of an angelic super soldier, yeah, I think that'd make a badass movie. I do. Found on a Facebook group called End of the CDC! Stop vaccine injury! Sounds like the baby was poisoned and screamed constantly. Broken heart emoji. The mom was only a teenager, and she'll be poisoned at the hospital during birth too. Those drugs alter the mom's brains and cognitive function as well. The doctor who poisoned him and his mom should be held accountable as well. They drove the mom crazy with a baby that could not be content after what they did to him. That only makes sense if one puts the pieces together. Smile emoji for some reason? Or is that a emoji? I don't know. Rigged system to purposely destroy families. This has been documented for well over 100 years. They know very well this is a consequence of being poisoned. Maybe with actual mercury poisoning, which you need large amounts of to get mercury poisoning, which is why mercury is not actually a restricted substance. You can go to the store and buy bottles of pure mercury if you want. It's quite cool, actually, because it's a liquid metal, and I personally just freaking love weird stuff like that. But anyway, what's the story she's commenting on here anyway? Does anyone know? Is it in the comments or something? Let's check. Jesus, she was poisoned during birth. The length of that shit of the shit these people would make up to support their dumb arguments. Oh, ow. Okay, that's what happened. Oh God, God, ow, no, ow. Sorry, is this person making excuses for a woman who murdered a 4-week-old baby? What the fuck was that accent? Anyway, oh, shit. Still only counts as one for them. They can't count that high. That's a good one. Spooky redhead rabbit. I fucking love that name. Because a diamond is too conventional. Update to the hair engagement ring. How would I resize a wedding band made of hair? It's just a touch too big. Context: Boy Fi proposed with a ring made of his own hair that he selected for my hair shrine. I'm not sure who's more insane in this relationship, the woman who has a hair shrine of her boyfriend, or the dude who takes hair from that shrine, makes it into a ring, and proposes with said ring. I get it if you don't want to use a diamond ring. Diamonds are fucking expensive. But why not just use her fucking birthstone? Or a sapphire. Sapphires are fucking beautiful. Shit. Coffee makes the man, I guess. Oh God, I gotta click the see full image. I hate those. What's so silly is I bet the wussies aren't even drinking real coffee, but sugared milk with just a splash of coffee added. I always have the urge to ask if they need a spoon to drink their little milky drink, since they aren't grown enough to drink real coffee like a real adult. They all look silly holding that $5 cardboard cup. Young ass dudes in DMV walking around with Starbucks and shit, and all his hair, and all this hair on their faces like they about it. What? Wow, generational puss. I'm not sure where to start with this one. You realize that Starbucks coffee actually has more caffeine in it than your normal cup of coffee, correct? They fully admit this, and the reason that they do this is that caffeine is an addictive substance. They fully admit that they use more caffeine than is necessary. And, as a side effect of that, people have mentioned that this makes people addicted to specifically Starbucks coffee because that's the best way to get the caffeine they need. I love coffee. I have to have a bit of cream in it most of the time, though. Depends on how it's made. But there's nothing wrong with wanting a latte. Heck, I freaking love lattes. They're delicious. What's wrong with wanting your coffee to taste good? Gods. It's a video. I'm not watching it. Plain grabber wiener. What? Okay, I've got to read the bloody post. My religion says love. This is BS. It also says judge not. If it's wrong and there is a God, then a gay person will have to answer. I have my own issues I will have to answer for. But don't shove your point down my throat. and expect me to just be okay with it. I have an uncle that is gay. I love him to death, would give him my last dollar bill, but I ain't gonna sit around playing grab the wiener with some other dude. And I don't bake cakes. Where does baking cakes fit into this situation? Dad, I'm doing a YouTube video. If you want to do the commentary, come over and read the fucking post with me. Well, they can probably hear you from there, so unless they're just hearing me respond to you. Besides, it's not video, I'm just doing audio. But, so he says that he loves his gay uncle to death. But he thinks that being gay is inherently wrong. I'm not going to say these two are mutually exclusive, but they're pretty damn close. Also, just because some other dude is gay does not mean you have to play grab a wiener with him. God, that's just disturbing saying that that I have to say that out loud. Just because someone else is gay doesn't mean you have to be gay. It's like, the fuck, dude? His whole page is nonsense like this. Percy! Looks or feels tin, tell me that's the Sampo Anorcades? Can someone translate for me? Somebody, please translate. I very much like a translation. Oh. Old co-worker posted some anti-vax video, pointing out the video was biased and the anti-vax movement was based off lies, blah 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 blah. Yeah, really, honey, LOL. Seems I ruffled feathers, but I don't give a fuck. Like, I said to another girl the other day, since you are both about the same age, like 18, 20, with no kids, I would say you really don't want what parents deal with in this day and age with the vaccines and how many get the vaccine injuries on all that. These deadly diseases, everyone is so brainwashed to think of deadly, are literally treatable at home. Flu, chickenpox, measles, mumps, all of them are. Also, yeah, I shared it. The first statement that came out of the doctor's mouth was, we have no evidence one way or the other to show you can have the Hep B vaccine with other ones at the same... Okay, any sources or links, if your main argument is that I'm 18 to 20, that's no argument at all, and parents can choose how many vaccines they do at a time, and treat them with that. Essential oils? Some food? You're crazy to think that you can treat a disease that's killed millions with just some home ingredients. Get some verified, unbiased sources, and maybe I'll believe you. But if your argument relies on this and pure speculation, it's not factual at all. If you submitted that for a college paper, you'd get an F. Well, lucky for you, I'm not in school, so I don't need to prove anything. Which is why I didn't to just throw random websites at you like you did. I could care less about arguing with you and go ahead and vaccinate your kids if you want, and get crazy adverse reactions that are normal. But my son, Healthy Ash, if anyone's gonna get him sick, it's someone with a disease given to them through a needle. Good night, little girl. Oh. Yes, vaccines are usually made using a disease of some type. These diseases are usually dead, as in inactive. The only ones that can't truly be killed for the vaccine's usage are viruses, which adverse reactions to those usually are about 1 or 2 days of feeling a bit ill. I've had experience with that before. It's not bad. You can suffer through it. I've worked through it. But saying that to even brainwashed to believe that deadly diseases are in fact deadly. Do you remember what one of the most popular treatments for the Black Plague was? These guys. I'm not going to call them dickbags, though that is my go-to insult for idiots. But given the time, they were uneducated. The knowledge didn't exist. These guys, called the flagellants, yes, legitimately what they were called, went around Europe, whipping their own backs. The idea was that they would give themselves penance for whatever they did to make God angry at them. And thus, the Black Plague would get cured faster. The problem with this is, given what they were doing, how they were going about it, they were actually spreading the plague. They prolonged the disease. Yes, exactly that. If you think about that, he said it's because they kept on slapping themselves and spreading blood around. This is the kind of logic anti-vaxxers use. They think that there's alternative methods to everything. And when there's not, you're not going to cure Ebola with a bowl of chicken noodle soup. As Christians, we should not celebrate Halloween. Lady, we were just talking about costume ideas. Like I said, to each their own. I chose not to say Happy Halloween, but instead I'm saying Happy Harvest. Like, I've done Halloween in the past, but to me, it feels like we would be celebrating the devil. Just my opinion. You guys do as you please. I love you both. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I hate this kind of attitude toward Halloween. I really do. It's not just because it's my favorite holiday. No. It's because I've actually looked into the history of it before. One of my favorite things about Halloween is its history. It's intriguing. The reason it's called Halloween, well, it was originally known as All Hallows Eve, because November 1st in Catholicism is All Saints' Day. All Hallows Eve is a celebration of the same saints. It is a Christian holiday built on a pagan holiday to help to make it easier for different pagan religions to convert to Christianity. So, yeah. If you're going to go around calling Halloween the devil's birthday, do some reading first. Talk to any priest or anyone with any amount of knowledge about historical holiday shit. I don't know what it's called. Religious history. Let's go with that. Next post. It was either this or all/bone apple tea, but this seemed to be the better fi. Oh god, this one's a long one. Fun. 1 cup black strap molasses, 5 tablespoons of aluminum-free sodium bicarbonate, not Arm & Hammer. Heat the molasses for 45 seconds to a minute to get it hot. Then add both the molasses and the 5 tablespoons to a bowl and mix it as if making cookie dough. Then make little cookies and place them on a plate or cookie sheet. Eat, and then put them in the freezer for 2 days. In those 2 days, you will fast drinking water only. After the second day, eat the cookies, and this will kill the cancer, as the cancer is starving for sugar, and it lets it in. But attached to the sugar is the sodium bicarbonate, which changes the pH levels that are keeping the cancer alive. It's called a Trojan horse recipe that tricks the cancer. Cancer mutates healthy cells. It doesn't eat sugar. This diet won't make any difference. You are wrong. Cancer feeds off sugar. The truth about cancer link. Pull your head out of your money. Why not do some real research before you condemn a proven cure for cancer? Cancer does live off sugar. Thus was tricking it into letting the sugar from the molasses in as it is starving while you fast. It is then killed because the sodium bicarbonate dramatically changes the pH levels and kills the freaking demon named cancer. Shit. The pharmaceutical companies don't want you to know. For some reason, people who are in the death's bed because of the treatment cancer says, I'll ask my doctor and die from taking the chemo, when a simple thing like this could have cured them. Remember, it's the treatment that kills the person. And 2 people said thank you, and, no, again, I can't believe I have to say this twice in one video. That's not how cancer works! At least someone had the mind to try and explain it to them, but not very well. Any website called The Truth About Blank is most likely going to be some conspiracy theory shit. Don't get me wrong, I love looking at that shit. It can be fun. But I take everything with an entire salt shaker full of salt. Well, anyway, this crazy cancer post seems like a good place to leave things off, so I will see you in the future.